If you say, I am very tired, okay, or I understand, your English is correct, but it sounds basic. And that is exactly why people do not take your English seriously. In this video, I will show you few simple upgrades that instantly make you sound more confident and natural. No advanced vocabulary, no complex grammar, just real phrases fluent speakers use every day. Watch till the end, because each upgrade builds on the previous one, and by the end, your English will sound completely different. Stop using very and start sounding natural. Most people depend on a very simple speaking pattern in English. They use very with almost every adjective, like very tired, very hungry, or very happy. These sentences are correct, but they sound plain and repetitive. In real conversations, confident speakers avoid this habit and choose stronger, more expressive words that naturally carry more impact. Let's look at a real-life situation. Imagine you just came home after a long and tiring day. Most people would say, I am very tired. It communicates the message, but it does not sound strong or natural. Now upgrade that sentence. Instead of saying, I am very tired, say, I am exhausted, or I am completely drained. These versions instantly sound more real, more expressive, and more confident. Now take another situation. You have not eaten for hours, and you want to express how hungry you feel. A basic sentence would be, I am very hungry. A better and more natural upgrade is, I am starving. This single word change makes your sentence more powerful and closer to how fluent speakers actually talk in daily life. Here is what you need to understand. When you replace very plus adjective with one strong word, your English becomes sharper and more natural without making it complicated. This is exactly how fluency develops step by step. It is not about speaking more. It is about speaking better. Start applying this today in your daily conversations. Notice the basic phrases you use again and again, and replace them with stronger alternatives. Even if you upgrade just one sentence today, you are already moving closer to sounding confident and natural in English. Replace basic responses with natural reactions. Most people give very simple responses in conversations like, okay, yes, or I understand. These responses are correct, but they sound flat and do not show much personality. In real conversations, fluent speakers use more natural reactions that make them sound engaged and confident. Let's look at a real-life situation. Someone explains something important to you, and you want to show that you understand. Most people say, okay, I understand. It works, but it feels basic and slightly disconnected. Now upgrade that response. Instead, say, got it, or that makes sense. These phrases sound more natural and show that you are actively listening. Now imagine someone gives you instructions or advice. A basic response would be, okay, or yes. A better upgrade is, all right, I will do that, or sounds good. This not only shows understanding but also adds confidence and clarity to your response. Let's take another example. Someone tells you something surprising or interesting. Instead of saying, oh, okay, you can say, oh, really, or that is interesting. This makes your reaction feel more human and engaging rather than robotic. Here is the key difference. Basic responses end conversations quickly, while natural reactions keep conversations alive. When you upgrade your responses, people feel that you are more involved, more confident, and easier to talk to. Start practicing this in your daily conversations. Replace one-word replies with slightly more expressive reactions. It is a small change, but it creates a big impact on how people perceive your English and your confidence. Stop translating in your head and speak directly. One of the biggest problems that keeps people sounding basic in English is the habit of translating from their native language. You first think in your native language, then convert it into English, and then try to speak. This process slows you down, breaks your flow, and makes your sentences sound unnatural. Let's look at a real-life situation. Someone asks you a simple question, and instead of replying instantly, you pause. In that moment, your mind is busy translating instead of speaking. Because of this, even simple sentences come out slowly or feel forced. This is not a vocabulary problem. It is a thinking habit. Now let's upgrade this. Instead of translating full sentences, start thinking in small English chunks. For example, instead of building a long sentence in your head, train yourself to respond with direct phrases like, I think so, not really, or let me check. These are natural, quick, and commonly used in real conversations. Take another situation. You want to say something like you will do it later. Instead of translating a full sentence from your native language, just say, I will do it later, or even more naturally, I will get to it later. This reduces hesitation and makes your speech smoother. Here is the important shift. Fluency does not come from knowing more words. It comes from reducing the time between thinking and speaking. When you stop translating and start responding directly, your confidence automatically increases. Start applying this today. Focus on thinking in simple English phrases during conversations. Do not aim for perfect sentences. Aim for natural flow. The more you practice this, the faster and more confident your English will become. Upgrade your sentences to sound more polite and confident. Most people speak English in a very direct and basic way, especially when making requests or asking for help. While these sentences are correct, they can sometimes sound blunt or less confident. Fluent speakers understand that how you say something matters just as much as what you say, so they naturally soften their sentences to sound more polite, respectful, and confident. Let's look at a real-life situation. You want someone to repeat something they just said. Most people say, repeat that. This is understandable, but it sounds sharp and slightly demanding. Now upgrade that sentence. Instead, say, could you say that again? Or, can you repeat that, please? These versions sound more polite, more natural, and create a better impression instantly. Now imagine you need help from someone. A basic sentence would be, help me with this. It delivers the message, but it lacks warmth. A better upgrade is, could you help me with this? Or, can you give me a hand with this? These small changes make your tone more friendly and confident without adding complexity. Take another situation. You want to ask for permission. Instead of saying, I want to leave early, which sounds self-focused, you can say, is it okay if I leave early? Or, would it be all right if I left early? This shows consideration and makes your communication more effective in professional and daily settings. Let's go one step further. Even in casual conversations, adding small words like please, could, or would can completely change your tone. For example, send me the file becomes, could you send me the file? And suddenly your sentence sounds more respectful and polished. Here is the key idea. Polite English is not about using difficult vocabulary. It is about structuring your sentences in a softer and smarter way. When you do this, people naturally perceive you as more confident, more approachable, and better at communication. Start applying this today in every small interaction. Whenever you are about to make a request, pause for a moment and slightly refine your sentence. Over time, this habit will become automatic, and your English will not just be correct, it will sound confident, natural, and professionally strong. Now you can see the truth. Fluency is not about speaking more English. It is about speaking better English with small, smart upgrades. You do not need thousands of new words. You just need to replace the basic ones you use every single day. That is how real confidence is built, step by step. If you start applying even 2 or 3 upgrades from this video today, your English will already sound more natural, more expressive, and more powerful than before. And imagine what happens when you make this a daily habit. So do not just watch this video and move on. Pick one upgrade right now and use it in your next conversation. That one action will start changing the way you speak forever. And remember this. You are not bad at English. You just have not upgraded it yet. If this changed the way you see your English, consider hitting subscribe and staying connected for more. If you found this helpful, a like really supports the content and helps it reach more people. You can share this with someone who understands English but still struggles to speak naturally. Try writing one simple sentence in English in the comments, without translating, just your thoughts. If you want to keep improving step by step, turn on the bell icon so you do not miss what comes next. Thank you for watching and putting in the effort to improve. It truly means a lot that you chose to spend your time learning with this video.